Hey guys, welcome back. This is another 996 video, but it's not Project 996. Our friend Robbie has just come back from Texas with an 01 996 with the aero kit on. Let's go check it out.
Hi, I'm Robbie. Just picked up this really sweet 996 in Houston, Texas last weekend. Flew down there and got in the car. A couple hours later, I was on the road driving back to Minneapolis. Got back here Sunday night and the thing is just like nails. I think I got a really nice car. So I have a 40th anniversary edition, a one owner, a real cream puff with a lot of mods. And it's a low miler, so I wanted to keep the miles down on that one and needed an everyday driver. And came across this one and went down and got it. So really pleased with this one. If you want to take a look around, we'll take a look around.
All right, so we're here with Robbie's new 996, new to him 996. This car is absolutely gorgeous. I got a chance to drive it. I'll tell you my impressions after we get done driving. But Robbie, so what made you want to get a second 996?
You know, I have my 40th, which you guys have seen.
Gorgeous
it's
car.
Really a beautiful car. I mean, a lot of attention to detail on that car. And I started last fall, and this spring and summer, I've already put almost 4,000 miles on the car. So I've been driving it. And I want to keep the miles down, so I wanted to go out and get an everyday car that I don't care about the miles. I can take a road trip with it. I just put 1,300 miles on the car from Houston. So that was the thought process behind getting this car.
I'm all for having more Porsches. I don't ever want to have a Porsche that I'm not willing to drive every day. So I still think you should drive them equally. That's my 2 cents.
I will.
I'm not going to keep my car fresh for the next guy.
I will, but it's a numbered car and it's kind of special in my mind, and I just didn't want to rack up all those miles on it.
Yeah. So this car is absolutely clean. We look at the aero kit. The aero kit is absolutely phenomenal on this thing. It's got the rear canards on the rear bumper, the aero wing. The paint looks really good. Robbie, you told me you did a paint correction on most of the car already.
I spent about 20 hours just on the paint alone. I did a clay job on it. Then we did a 3-step process, and it really came alive. It really came alive. And I had these HRE wheels that I had 3 sets of wheels that came with my 40th. This was 1 set of wheels and tires.
Nice.
So I decided to take off the stock kind of 2-piece BBS Porsche stock OEM wheels, and put these on there, which really I think brought this car to life.
They make this car look like $1 million for sure.
Right. Well, it's an expensive wheel to begin with, too.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
HREs aren't a cheap wheel. So interior-wise, it's a full leather car with the crest, with Lombard, so it's optioned pretty well. You know, there's a few glitches in this car, as it would be when you're buying a used car, but my Steve, with your help, we can at least see what's going on with it.
Absolutely.
It's got Bilstein full suspension in it.
Yeah.
Which was an expensive upgrade.
Oh yeah, and you can feel it. The car feels
solid down the road. 1,300 miles and this car came home without a hitch.
So Robbie's gonna get the car up onto the lift, and Steve and I are gonna have a walk around with him and check out things that you might not be able to see just from seeing it on the sidewalk. So, you know, not as thorough as a pre-purchase inspection, and he's already bought it, but you know, it's brand new to Robbie. Robbie wants us to take a quick look and just see if everything looks good.
It's still a PPI, post-purchase inspection.
God, this is nifty. Look at this. You can really get under it.
Hey guys, we are here. We got Robbie's car up on the lift, and we're gonna go through and just check the normal things that we're looking for to make sure that what we already suspect is good. He does have a check engine light on in the car, so we don't have the Durametric software, but your $20 code reader, micro code reader, will be able to pull codes. You'll just have to look them up online to see what those codes mean. It won't give definitions for the codes. So we'll check that out and see what that is. But first, I'm gonna set this on the seat in the car. First, let's wiggle the wheels and see if we got any suspension issues. Side to side and up and down, these things don't move at all. Full disclosure, we just did this, so we know that there's no problems. But and then I don't know, James, if you can see back in here, you got the telltale blue Bilstein coilovers on all four corners. So
PSS 9s, I think they are.
Okay. So that's all looking good. Next, I think let's get under the car and take a look and see if we see any oil leaks, any signs of anything. So I'm just gonna crawl under here. It's nice and warm. Because Robbie's been driving this car, thank goodness. Ooh. So right now I'm looking around the bell housing, and everything looks good. The bolts are in the correct locations. It doesn't look like now the bolts and stuff, they have the same grime on the bolts as the case of the transmission. So that tells me that it hasn't been taken apart in quite a while. So if it has been taken apart, yeah, this doesn't look like it's come apart in quite some time. So if a clutch was done on this, it was done a very long time ago and it's been driven a lot since. So, but you'll see on the braces here, we got this road grime on here, and the road grime is similar to the road grime that's here on the case. So that tells me that this hasn't been disturbed. So we may be looking at an original clutch. Right down here, if you remember Project 996, we had our oil line here that indicated that we had the IMS solution, and we verified that with the decal on the trunk lid. So my guess is we got the original plastic cover for the oil filter. I'm guessing that a clutch hasn't been done on this, which is surprising because the clutch feels brand new, and the car's got 77,000 miles on it, so it's nice and clean. Looking at the linkage looks nice. Nothing to report there. Yeah, everything looks really good. Now underneath the center pan, you'll have the cradle that holds the transmission up. And transmission cradle looks good. I don't suspect any transmission mount issues or anything like that. So that looks good. Everything looks original and good. I don't see any signs of leaking. Of course it's dirty under here. It's a car. People drive cars. So yeah, we may have, it looks like I have had some oil leaking over here at some point. That could have been taken care of. It looks like it might have been the spark plug tubes. That's pretty common. And again, you'll see that here. You'll see that burnt oil look. So I'm guessing that there was an oil leak at some point, and that it was the spark plug tubes or the coil tubes. That's a common place for oil leaks to happen. The pan looks nice and dry, nothing around the pan. Coolant hoses look good, they're not bulged out or anything. Headers look nice. So yeah, I think it's a clean car. So we got a P0410 secondary air injection system, and then P1411. All right, hey guys, so we pulled the codes off of the car. I've looked them up on RenList. We know that the 0410, my reader actually read that. That's regarding the secondary air injection system. The 1411, the P1411 is also related to the secondary air injection system, which wasn't a surprise because usually pairs or codes come in pairs and they're related. So it says that it could be 3 different things. I checked on RenList, and there's a write-up about these 2 codes. So it could be a leak in the vacuum system in that circuit. It could be the electric vacuum switch that's controlled by the ECU, or a control valve, which is a one-way control valve. So we can take those apart, check those to make sure, or Robbie's gonna have this, he's gonna have this thing, bring it to one of our friends, AJ, he's gonna bring it over to AJ's and have them take a look at it, and he's gonna bring up that issue also. Sometimes when you're chasing vacuum leaks, that you can be chasing for quite a while, especially as a do-it-yourselfer. And with our experience, I don't have a whole lot of experience chasing vacuum leaks, so my recommendation is for him to bring it to a shop. They'll be able to do it much quicker and more accurately. So
Awesome.
Happy, Robbie?
I am thrilled to death.
Can't wait to get this thing back out on the road.
Oh God, yeah. It's really, I think I got a good car.
I think it's fair to say that even people who aren't Porsche enthusiasts know that in the late 90s, when the 996 was released, it wasn't so well received by Porsche fans. It was a 3.4 litre engine with 300 horses, and over 56,000 of them were produced and sold around the world. On paper, it's a great 911. So what was wrong? It was revolutionary. And people don't take well to change. We went from having air-cooled Porsches to water-cooled Porsches. And not only that, Porsche made the monumental decision to change the iconic headlights on the front of the car. I wonder, in fact, if there would have been such an uproar moving from an air-cooled generation of Porsche to a water-cooled generation of Porsche had they left the front of the car alone. It is what it is though, and while the 996 has been trashed in many a forum and many a video for, essentially the past 20 years, they're now starting to make a comeback. Prices have bottomed out. In fact, prices of the 996 have even started to go up. This one that Robbie has is an absolute gem. It's a 2001, so it was the last production year of the first generation 991 before they introduced the facelifted version in 2002. Absolutely beautiful, really happy for Robbie. And I, for one, am a little bit envious looking at this black beast with the wing sat on my driveway. It's a really awesome car. Hey guys, so thanks for checking in again. This was Robbie's brand new 996 Gen 1. It's been a lot of fun taking a look at it this afternoon. Hopefully we're gonna get out on the road with the Porsches and Pancake Drive coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks for coming over, Robbie, as ever. Thank you, Steve. And there'll be more 996 videos coming next week as we get into the paint job with the Project 996 car. Take care, bye.